Few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down. 60 outlaw. Get it.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Shoot.
They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
Of their defensive scouting report going into the week, because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Bond going to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Set, go.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hey, exit. Leaf River.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Okuebunam with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake, Mond. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Okay, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense and win.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Samson Abukum. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Get it.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Albert O with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Now Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bond out of the shotgun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle, and that will cut the lead down to 15. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean,
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game.
Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A give, it's Etienne off the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Mond looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kellen Mond, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Green Jacks. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On the double. Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Sam on. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard from the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Smash, red. Ready.
Here's Mond. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Black 40. Set, hut.
Now Mond. Throwing left side, it's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Go.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Fire.
Here's and they'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
90 Wolf. General West. Hard. Huck, go.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Leaf River.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Alright.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
6, mega. Set, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Mond. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Mond on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready, go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
95. Drill green. Steel black. Hut, hut.
Here's Mon. They're going for it. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Cook with a first down and much more. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 96 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready, go.
They go play action here. Mond. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Spike 60. Hut, go.
They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Ready, ready.
On second and goal. Mond, flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Spike white. Set hut.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it was.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Muscles him off. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Black Ultra. Set, go.
Back to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Hey, rock it. Leaf River.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set, ready? 10 Tucson. Recon 132 fighter. Hit it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they'll run with ETN. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Set, go.
One more time with ETN. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Golf, golf. Get it.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Down.
Here we go, a
18,
big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Now. Ready, ready.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue striker. Set.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're